Hello grade 2s, today's Wednesday and we're going to learn something new today. So I hope you enjoyed reading Oh Brother yesterday. And today we are going to talk about when we add ED onto words. Okay, so we can add, and I've got the tile here, it's going to be the orange, it's going to go under the other tiles. And we're going to talk about when we add this to a word, what sounds can it say? So when we add it to the end of the word, it can say ed, it can say d, or it can say t. So say those three sounds with me. Ed, d, t. One more time. Ed, d, t. Okay, so we're going to practice by adding them to some words. So I'm going to build the word here. Okay, and can you read this word for me? Okay, p-o and plant, and I'm going to add the ed tile to it. Plant, id, planted, plant-id. So this is the id sound. Planted. Very good. We've got planted. Okay. Let's do another one here. Okay, let's build this word. Okay. Okay. So this word, I will print, right? Print. Now if I add the ed, I'm going to change it to yesterday I, can you say it? Yesterday I printed. Right, so the ed is saying id. Again, print id. Id. Okay? Let's build another one here. Okay. Today I will spill. Yes, so today I will spill. Now if I add the ed, I'm going to say, yesterday I spilled. Yesterday I spilled. So you'll notice when we add ed, it can have three sounds. Ed, d, and t. I know we haven't done the other sounds yet, but we will. This makes it happen in the past, okay? So when we add ed to the word, it makes it happen in the past, like yesterday or last week or before. It's happened before, in the past, okay? Is what we're going to add. So I'm going to build another word here. Okay, so I've got another word here. Today I will jump. Okay, so today I will jump. If I add ed, it's going to change to yesterday I, say it, yesterday I jumped. Okay, so what sound is our ed making? Sorry, I got a little tickle in my throat. So yesterday I jumped. This ed is saying the t sound. Jumped. Very good. Okay. I'm going to build another one here. Okay. So if I cover up the ed, the word is fold, fold. And then if I add the ed, folded, id, right? Our ed is saying id, fold, id. Okay? Now I'm going to hold up some words here, okay, and see if you can sound it out. I'll cover up the ed first. And what does that say? So today, yes, and now let's say it in the past. Yesterday I tested, tested. So we have the id, okay, on the end. Perfect. What about this one? We can cover up the ed, and what's the word? Mix, mix, mixed. Ooh, the ed here says t, mixed. Okay. Okay, let's do this word. I'm going to cover up the ED. What does that say? Remember our O, the fourth sound? Cover. And if I add the ED? Covered. Ooh, that's saying the D sound. Covered. Very good. Okay. And I thought I had one more here. Now I'm going to build another word up here. Where are my letters here? Okay. Okay. Now when I cover up the ED in this word, so I've got it actually here. When I cover up the ED in this word, you're going to notice that there are two P's. Okay, but I hope you can still tell what this word is, even though there's two P's. What's the word? Stop. Right. Now, the reason I have done the two P's have to be doubled, because if there was only one P, that when I divide it up and I pull the P over, it would say st-o. It would leave that O open. It would say stoped. Stoped. Okay, instead we want st-op. We want the O to say ah, not O. Okay, so the word is stopped. Stopped. Okay, and you'll notice that our ED on this word says stopped. Stopped. Okay. Now, the other one I was going to do was another one here, where we've got the word up here. When I cover up the ED, you'll notice there's two P's there. Again, the word is hopped. 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 You hear the T sound for the ED, hopped. And the reason is because if I did this, when I divide it into its syllable, it'd be h-o, hoped, hoped. So I need the two P's here so that it stays hopped, hopped. Okay? So that's why we have to double up on the P there. But when you cover it up, you can still probably make out what the word is. Okay? Now, I'm going to build another word here. And who can tell me what this word is? Hike. Yes. Now, we've got our silent E here. Hike. Now, if I want to say yesterday I hiked on a trail, if I do this, what happens? We get two E's together, and we know that's a vowel team, and two E's together say E. So this would say h-ik-ed. That's not the word. So when we add ed on a word with a silent E, we're going to get rid of the E and do this. So this is the word hiked. Hiked. And we notice the ed is saying t here. But when we have a silent E, we'll get rid of that and it'll say hiked. Okay? So that we've got hiked. We have another one here. What is this word? Smile. Right. And this again, when I go to add the ed, I'm going to get rid of the silent E and just add the ed. So it says smiled. And that's the D sound. Smiled. Smiled. Okay? We'll do the same thing here. What's this word? Save. But I'll drop the silent E when I add my ed and it'll be saved. Hear that D sound? Saved. Very good. Okay, so there's lots of different words that we can practice. We do have a leap word today. And this word, which I think a lot of us can recognize, is they. And that's because we haven't learned that the EY can say the A sound. So this is word we wouldn't sound out, but we just are going to remember. They. They. Okay? Now, you're going to do a few things for reading. Today, you're going to find your pieces of pizza. You're going to make a pizza with them. Put them all out, make a pizza. And one by one, I want you to eat the slice. And when I say eat the slice, I mean flip it over and read the word on the back. Okay? Also for tomorrow in your package, you have our practice sheet. And there's a few pages with it on the back and a few more that's going to help you practice the words. Okay? Again, that I want you to practice with the ED and the 4 sounds that it can make. Id, d, and t. The last thing on Friday that I want you to do is we have the 3 sounds that ED can make, and you're going to have little cards, okay, with words on it. I want you to read the word and tell me, does it make the sound id, does it make the sound d, or does it make the sound t? And put the card in the column where it goes. And you'll have words all down here depending on what the sound is for the ED at the end, because it can make the 3 different sounds. So those are lots of activities for you to practice the sounds of ED. And remember, that means it means in the past, okay, that it's already happened, okay? So I hope you have lots of fun. You have lots of activities to do for the rest of the week for reading. Enjoy.